What's up, guys? It's Allison, and once again, we're here with the Flavor Profile. This is episode 4, and today we're in the kitchen with Lisa. And Lisa, in today's episode, will be preparing smoked pork chops with Sea Island red peas and rice. I'm not sure what her drink pairing will be for this, but we're gonna go over to Lisa right now. Lisa, you can unmute.
Second to end. That happens to me on Zoom all the time.
All right.
All the Zoom meetings. Hi, Ali.
So what's going on? What we're doing today?
Today, I'm making something surprisingly that I've made before. It's kind of rare that I redo things because I kind of get bored with it.
Right.
But this is a favorite meal. We discovered it a couple weeks ago, and we have some really great turning down the Instapot. Some really fresh, unique ingredients. And so, as you said in your intro, we're making smoked pork chops, which are procured from a local butcher.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the best pork chops I've had. And Andy's gonna tell you about what he's pairing.
All right.
Right. Girl, 2019 Pinot Noir from Chile.
Ah, nice.
So with the smoked pork chops, which I'll show you when we're ready to do that. They take a really short time to cook, probably about 7 minutes each side, 5 to 7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They're thick cut.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be making Sea Island red peas, and these are peas that are from Sea Island in South Carolina. They're specific to that place. They're heirloom legumes. They're older than dirt. No, I'm kidding. They're really old. They actually came with the African slaves from Africa. And after the Great Depression, they were really plentiful throughout slavery. And after the Great Depression, the cultivation of the plants died down, but has since been revitalized as people have gotten more interested in preserving heirloom foods, and of which this is one of them.
Right.
So the peas look like this. They're really small. They're like a quarter of the size of, one day I'll get the camera thing right. A quarter of the size of red peas.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe even smaller, like an eighth of the size of a red pea. It's like a tiny, tiny kidney bean. See?
Left is right. Left is right. And right is left.
I know what it is. It's just,
all right. Don't worry about it.
It took me a long time to learn left and right in the first place. So now you're asking me to go opposite. So we're making that, and with that, we're gonna make some Geechee Boy rice, which is another heirloom, very specific, old strain of rice, also from the South, specific to the areas that the Gullah or Geechee people lived in. And I'm really fascinated with the Gullah Geechee people because if they seem very, very similar. Their culture, their food, very, very similar to Caribbean people. Even their accent sounds like they could be from the Caribbean. But they were actually brought to the Carolinas and some parts of Florida to work as slaves in the 1800s, and have lived there ever since that time, and have preserved their way of life and their cultivation of these types of ingredients, rice being one of them. And so the rice that we're going to be making is Carolina Gold. And before I tell you about Carolina Gold, I'm going to get the peas going. So I just want to show you that. Can I do this?
I'm not sure you can flip while you're live. I'm not sure.
Oh, Why
Yeah,
don't they make a?
I think Sherry was trying it the last time, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Why don't they make a phone that you can do that?
Flip while you're live?
Yeah. Anyway,
Mhm.
so here in the pot, I have the Instapot. I have onions and celery,
Mhm.
and I'm going to be adding to that some thyme that Sherry grew in her garden,
Right.
and garlic that we
Mhm.
bought from the store,
Mhm.
and bay leaves.
Mhm.
And so I'm gonna add the garlic so that it can start to. Actually, I'm gonna add everything
Mhm.
except the thyme. So I'm gonna add the garlic and the bay leaves so that it can start to cook a little bit
Right.
and impart some flavor over here. And I'm gonna cook these. So I don't have any bacon. Usually it calls for bacon or ham hock or
Mhm.
some sort of smoked meat. Just like in Jamaica, we have rice and peas and we put pig's tail.
Mhm.
There's the same kind of concept here where you're adding like a meat to make it smoky. But the pork chops are so rich, they're so smoky.
Right.
The last time I had made these beans, I used one of the ham hocks from Bardal, which was also rich and smoky, and it was too much. I think it was a
Oh.
little bit overwhelming. So I think it's good that we're just gonna have the beans or the peas plain without any kind of meat in there. So it's like a vegetarian option.
Mhm.
Well, not really, because I'm going to use chicken stock,
Mhm.
but you could use vegetable stock if you wanted to.
Okay. Mhm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up a little bit. So what are you making for dinner tonight? Is tonight a dinner at a night that you guys make dinner, or is it warm over?
No, we're doing ackee and pork today.
Ackee
Ackee
and pork?
ackee with pork, yeah.
What kind of pork? Like fresh pork?
Yeah.
Together?
Yeah. So instead of
Oh,
the
that's
saltfish or whatever, then you just add pork.
okay. I saw an interesting recipe the other day with ackee and moringa.
Moringa. Okay.
Yeah, moringa leaves.
Mhm.
People cook with them. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, moringa leaves are pretty good. They're pretty healthy.
Have you had them before?
Uh they've been in the house. I think they grow wild up at the farm. So they at one point they had them a lot in the house.
Oh, but have you guys ever cooked with them?
No, not me. And I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember anybody else doing it.
All right. So now I'm going to add the stock that I have,
Mhm.
which I have 3 cups of stock.
Mhm.
And I'm going to add my peas that I've had soaking and pour
Mhm.
some water off.
Mhm.
I'm going to add that and not forget to add my thyme.
Mhm.
See?
The right is left. And left is right.
I know. All right. So I'm not going to well, I'm going to add a little bit of salt now. And then I'm going to put this to pressure, the pressure setting on the Instapot
Mhm.
for 26 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have an Instapot in Jamaica.
Mhm.
Have you ever used it?
Me personally, no. Mommy is the one that usually uses it. I know it cuts the time down to like no time. Something that would take 2 hours would take half an hour. So
Yeah, like these peas would normally take 1.5 hours to make,
and
you can get it done in 26 minutes.
right,
Not bad.
exactly.
So now I'm going to take you through the rice portion of the dish. So the good thing is that I've made this rice before, so I know what to expect.
Right.
And this rice is really, it's like brown rice. It's shelly. There's a bite to it. Doesn't get mushy like white rice. I think that it's the nutritional value of this rice is similar to brown rice. And I discovered a recipe from Alton Brown, who had a show on the Food Network called Good Eats, and some other shows too, but I used to watch Good Eats. And he has a recipe for baked rice. So what you have to do is put the rice in a bowl and then dissolve some salt and butter in some boiling water, which I have going over here.
Yeah. Thank you for finding wine.
And I have about 1.5 cups of rice. So I'm going to add 3 cups of water. This is going to be kind of a crapshoot because I'm not using the measures that he gives, which he's very, very specific. So we'll see how that comes out. I'll give you a glass. It's okay. Come. So I eyeball the rice to see how far the liquid comes up above the rice. And this looks pretty good. Like a knuckle. A knuckle on my finger is my gauge. And then I'm going to add some salt to this because the butter is unsalted. So I've got that in my bowl. And then I'm going to cover this with foil. If it would cover properly. I cover that with foil. And then I cover it again. With this glass lid.
Right.
So that the steam stays in there and cooks it.
Right.
And I'm going to put it in the oven at 375.
Okay.
Thank you for helping me tidy up your mess. And we're going to cook that for 60 minutes. 60 minutes. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to put you on the thing. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. So now you're on the standy thing. And now I can show you these pork chops, man. So they come in these vacuum sealed containers. There's some water dropping off of them. But look at the smoke. I'm getting it. Look
yes,
at the smoke.
You get it.
Like the smoke color that they have. And they're not too fatty, but there is like this cap of fat, which will burn off a little bit in the pan.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then in that fat, I'm going to saute some onions to put on top of the pork chops when they're done.
Right.
Really good. So I'm gonna take these out and just prep them. So this whole meal is something that the Gullah or Geechee people would
Mm-hmm.
make. And from what I've read, they live off of the land, off of what they grow.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, they would grow their own food and raise their own animals.
Mm-hmm.
And they were sort of an isolated culture. I mean, they were not insulated culture, not isolated.
Right.
So we've got our smoked pork chops here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to hold off on doing these until later on when we're ready to after the peas are done.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a little bit to go before we need to do anything else.
Okay.
But a lot of these foods, I'm realizing these food stuffs are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like rice and peas. There are rice and peas in the Caribbean. There's rice and peas in Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
Rice and beans, they call it. But they even, do like a rice and peas dish with the peas inside of the rice as opposed to separate, which is how I'm serving it today.
Right.
Yeah. So do you have any questions about the preparation or?
Nothing so far. You've given a good backstory on it, and the where it's coming from. So it's really just about the finished product for me now, because I am fascinated by pork. Pork is a huge industry, especially in
Pork?
Jamaica. Yeah, pork is a huge industry over here. I think in the last, based on what I have seen,
It's healing. Are you sure? Oh, sorry. I messed up the Instapot setting. Now it's in the right direction. It should not have been venting out like that.
Right. Yeah, so I think
so you're talking about the pork industry.
Yeah, the pork industry here is quite huge, and for me, I am just noticing in maybe the last 2 to 3 years, with the advent of a company. I think there's a company here. I should Google it, but I think it's listed on the stock exchange, I think, and it's a huge. Yeah, they're listed on the stock market.
They produce pork.
Yeah, that's what they like. That's one of their core things. Hold on, let me Google it. Let me Google it. Parents are here.
I found some St. Mary's banana chips in
there is a there is a split here. Chippies versus St. Mary's. St. Mary's is the newer product on the market, the newer brand on the market, whereas Chippies now is like a staple. So you have people who are pro Chippies, are pro. I mean, if you taste Chippies, Chippies is a whole other ball game in terms of like.
Yeah.
But I think Chippies only does banana chips, unless I'm wrong. I think Chippies only does banana chips, whereas St. Mary they do plantain chips, banana chips, ripe plantain, green plantain, you know,
Yeah, we've
different
had a couple of
variations.
variations.
Mm-hmm.
Chippies is my favorite because of the nostalgia. You know, when
Mm-hmm.
I grew up eating Chippies, St. Mary's, as you said, is relatively recent, but it's not made here. I mean, here as it's not made in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, yeah.
Mm-mm. It's made
Uh,
in the Dominican Republic.
let me see. I'm googling
Yeah.
the
And while you're looking that up, I mean, in Missouri, they're huge pork producers, meat processing plants. We have several, even smaller processing plants here. They do a lot of processed meat, like sausages. Lots of sausage, lots of smoked meat, and of course fresh as well. I don't know that they have a lot. You know, here you don't see a lot of like the whole hog being offered. Maybe they're to like in the supermarkets they only offer specific cuts.
Right.
I wonder what they do with the rest of the pig. I don't know. But I think at Bard Owl, they use the whole hog. So they'll get an entire pig, and it's a restaurant. So they will serve, you know, the meat or the produce, but they'll also sell it retail in their retail section, and they use like the parts of the meat that wouldn't normally be sold retail for other things, like they make a lot of pate, they make a lot of cheese, like head cheese, which is hi Kadeen. Hello.
Also, she is Chippies. She is pro
Chippies is a
Chippies.
given. Yeah, I don't know anybody that's like, yay, St. Mary's. And I think it's because it's made in the Dominican Republic.
I think they're really just flooding the market. That's
It's good
why.
though.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. But I think I'm not sure where Chippies is in terms of distribution. Maybe their distribution network isn't as strong as St. Mary.
I'm sure it's not. Here, this is only for export. It's so weird because it says our banana chips are light, flavorful, and crispy. This unique recipe originates from Orr Island Home in the parish of St. Mary, Jamaica. But it clearly says product of the Dominican Republic. It's made by Tropical Foods Limited. This must be their Jamaican. Huh. I'm gonna take a look at their website.
Yeah. I know that they do a lot of I've never seen a Chippies ad, first of all. And I've been seeing a lot of St. Mary's ads. They do like the whole influencer marketing thing as well. So definitely seeing more St. Mary's, but you do have people who are just die-hard Chippies. You cannot go around Chippies.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, also Chippies is it's not always available. But tropicalfoods.com, wow, it's a huge company.
Yeah, they have a lot of products. I think I think Tropical Foods was doing also Tortuga rum cake. I think they distribute Tortuga here. I think.
Distributed products. Oh, they've got snacks.
This is Tortuga there.
They distribute Kind. The Kind bars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing Tortuga.
Okay, well, maybe it's not a distributor.
Retail products. But Jerry and Betty York. Now woman owned. Huh. Where are they based? Tropical Foods has sales and distribution offices in Orlando, Atlanta, Memphis. All over.
Mm.
They're headquartered in Charlotte.
Tropical Foods.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's interesting.
Mm. So how far away are we with the different things that you're making?
We are. We've got 21 more minutes on the peas.
Mm-hmm.
46 minutes on the rice.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't started the pork chops yet.
And you said the pork chops is 7 minutes on each side, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, around about 5 to 7 minutes on each side.
Okay. 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 That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Andy's ready to pour now. So, are you going to tell us about the wine?
Oh, yeah, I sort of already did. It's
Harrison, are you going to say something? What are you going to say? You what?
You're also going to talk about the wine?
Okay, come and tell us about the wine.
Yes, you want to come and tell us about the wine?
It should be interesting.
Yeah. Get your stool.
So again, it's a Chilean Pinot Noir. And so pork is, it's like a red meat, but since it's a lighter red meat, you don't necessarily need or want to have it with the kind of strong red that you would have with beef.
Right.
And so you can have a Pinot Noir, which is like always a good compromise wine because it's a lighter red.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can have it with things that you would have red or white with.
I
and so
see.
it kind of works well with pork in this regard, especially a kind of, a very kind of rich and flavorful pork, like the smoked pork, because the Pinot Noir is pretty light.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the interesting thing about Pinot Noir is sort of like the color. So, like most reds are pretty dark. But you can see a Pinot Noir is kind of like a light red. I don't know if you can kind of see that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, I hate to say it, but it's kind of almost Kool-Aid-y.
Yeah.
In appearance.
Yeah.
And I don't want to use technical wine terms like Kool-Aid-y, but
Cool.
there you go.
Yes.
But there, it's very nice. It's it's like light. It's not super strong.
Right.
So like if you're having like kind of pasta with red sauce, you get something that's red but kind of acidic.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you?
Like most Italian wines.
Okay.
If you're having beef, you get like a really kind of strong red, like a Malbec or something like that.
Okay.
Something kind of like really kind of like rich and powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a kind of nice light wine that will go well with the pork.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's Andy with the wine. Andy with the wine.
Wine you'd like to share? Come here, tell Allison about the wine. What? Oh, you're working on the kitchen floor now? Okay, you're going to do that.
What, the kitchen floor? Okay.
Harrison is like, but the kitchen floor is dirty.
Dirty. How can you be cooking and the kitchen floor is dirty?
Dirty. All right. So, Allison, we are going to start the pork chops so that I can just leave them to rest.
Okay.
And I've heated a pan. I'm going to bring it over here.
The floor though.
No. No feet on the counter. What are you saying to Auntie Allison?
The kitchen is already clean.
What do you,
Excuse you.
what do you say? What do you say, Harrison?
I'm saying
No,
the
you
kitchen
burped.
floor-
What do you say when you burp?
I'm Lisa.
What?
Oh my God.
Did you just say Auntie Lisa?
So there's a joke. Apparently, I am known, which I don't agree with, but I'm known to burp out loud all the time,
Mm-hmm.
which is not true. It's not true.
It is true.
It's everybody burps out loud all the time. Everybody
But
does.
none so much as Lisa.
I don't burp out loud all the time, Andy. So the joke is somebody told Harrison that when he burps, he should say, instead of excuse me, he should say, I'm Lisa.
Harrison, what do you say when you burp? Harrison, what do you say when you burp?
I'm Lisa.
Which I think is not fair at all. That is not fair.
What's happening with the wine there?
Harrison, are you supposed to be touching that?
That rubber band over.
You better, yeah, you're putting the rubber band over it.
That'll be plastic.
I would be careful about that
Why?
because you might turn over the bottle.
Why not?
All right, so I put the pork in. Nope. In the pan,
Uh-huh.
and we have it going. So I have to really watch it because the pot was really hot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want it to
It's a good angle, actually.
start, huh?
It's a good angle.
Good. Things are falling down.
You're missing Harrison talking about the wine.
Or he is.
I am talking about the why.
Or hold on a second. There's no camera on you right now. Wait a second. All right, so it's 5:43. We're gonna let this cook for a little bit.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Yeah, those are good.
They look good, and then they're releasing all of that fat. So we can come over and talk to Harrison about the.
And we have to make it the white syrup.
What are you doing?
I mean the white syrup.
The white syrup,
The white syrup.
wine syrup.
The wine syrup. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to make the white syrup.
You don't know how? Do you have a recipe?
I do.
Okay, where is it?
I need to make spice in it.
You need some spice.
In the wine syrup?
Yeah, in the wine syrup. You can't actually put that spice in the wine.
Why?
Because why? Because mommy and daddy are drinking that.
Why?
Yeah. You can't
What will
do
you
that.
be having with your? What will you be pairing with your dinner?
Mine?
How
Mhm.
does the can?
Oh, okay. You can pretend. I'm not gonna be having anything in particular. Maybe just some mineral water. I've been drinking a lot of mineral water.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna flip these guys over.
Mm-hmm.
You have some shaky cinnamon. Harrison is helping me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to show you what this looks like. Ooh, that is nice.
Oh, what's some more? Yeah. Ah. Okay.
That sizzle is a good sizzle. Oh, Harrison is making his own recipe over here. It's made out of so much spice.
Cinnamon.
And cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Okay.
Hey, what is that?
More spice.
More spice. What kind of spice you got there?
Sweet spice.
Leaf spice. We've got some leaf spice here.
Right.
Da, 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 da. Very good. More spice? Wow, this is going to be really spicy.
And the whole gonna popper part. I'm making it so much.
Oh,
And I have to go.
he's going to get more. Oh. He's so industrious. Like he gets all of his steps. Okay. Mhm. Nice. It's gonna be really delicious, Harrison.
I think this is mustard.
It's ginger.
I mean,
Lola wants to come into your spot. Okay, let me help you. Here you go. It's gonna be so spicy. All right, I think you are you done?
Thank you, Harrison. Are you finished?
Oh my gosh, that's a really big one. You're gonna put some. What is that you have there? It's star anise.
So I'll put it in.
Okay, put it in. All right, we're coming back over here.
Right.
And just going to turn these now onto the fat cap to just melt off some of that fat, which
Okay.
we're gonna put our onions in.
Ah.
I'm making a yummy spice tart.
A yummy spice tart. So I've just kind of stacked them
Mm-hmm.
on the base. Okay, Harrison, let's not carry too many at a time. One at a time, okay? One at a time.
Oh, carry the blue.
Yeah, carry the blue one. All right. So we have 8 more minutes to go on our actually we have 8 more minutes of I'm like one of those cartoons, right? That's like
Yeah.
Whoa, don't move it.
Don't move it.
Because that's where we're going to be.
That's where you're going to be. I'm just gonna move this over. Harrison, why don't you pretend to make something in one of the pots from your kitchen instead of with this bottle of wine? No, listen.
I just pretend.
One of the beautiful things about documenting these things is that you see 10 years from now,
Yeah. His parents are gonna thank you.
it's gonna be like, huh,
Thanks
okay.
so much for documenting our little boy. 10 years from now, he will be 13, around about when he'll be driving them crazy as a teenager. So they'll want to remember these times when he was so cute.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't have much in the way of documentation of Harrison.
Harrison, you should do a segment, a kiddie segment, where you prepare something.
I think I'm gonna put some garlic to saute with the onions at the very end.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a garlic clove, mash it out,
Mm-hmm.
and saute it with the onion
Okay.
at the very end. So let's take a look at what the pork chops look like right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's happening there. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna flip them over to the other side because I don't like when it's white. Like there's like no color on the meat. Like in Jamaica, you say, "Oh, the food whitey." Oh, the meat's so white, brown. So I'm just going to turn this over onto the other side.
Uh-huh.
Get some browning action going. And then I'm going to grab my garlic since I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Harrison's got his knife, and he is
I'm chopping some
his
lettuce.
tools. You're chopping
I'm chopping some lettuce.
some lettuce. You're making a salad.
So, what will you be preparing today for us, Harrison? Okay.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Uh,
All right, so I'm getting ready to pull out those pork chops now.
mhm.
And then I'm going to put those onions in. Harrison, no, Harrison, no, no, no. You cannot put anything in there. Your parents are still drinking that wine. This is why I said you should go and get one of your pots so you can make your own thing in your pot. And you can show Auntie Allison all of your ingredients. You have ingredients over there too.
And it's syrup.
What?
Syrup.
Salad syrup.
Salad syrup.
Yeah, let's do the picture.
You're going to spill that.
What?
You're going to spill it.
My recipe?
That wine. So you keep messing around with the bottle. All right, so I'm getting ready to pull out the pork chop.
Mm-hmm.
And when I pull them out, I'm going to cover them with foil. I'm going to cover them with foil
Mm-hmm.
and then put the onions in.
Okay. But I like this platform. It's pretty cool.
Huh?
I like this platform. It's pretty cool.
Steam yard.
Yeah.
Steam yard. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I wanna do some more experimentation with it. Now in the time of COVID where you kind of have to do social distancing, and even without social distancing, you can document beyond borders. Ooh, I should write that down.
So what is your favorite food memory? What is a favorite food memory?
Hmm. I mean, there are a few, and where you just have a nice environment. It don't have to be like my best food memories. Like those are not in anywhere like flashy. It's usually like pan chicken on the side of the road, or steamed fish, or roast yam and saltfish.
Do you know one of my favorite? Okay, so the Instapot is going off,
Hmm.
but one of my favorite food memories is one of the seminal memories is going to um, one day coming from church.
Hmm.
Mommy and Daddy went to buy fish as they often do after church, or they used to.
Hmm.
And the guy, I don't think he had any the other fish that they wanted that day, but
Hmm.
he was cooking up. He was running a boat by the seaside,
Hmm.
and he was making these fish. There was a fire, and then he put a piece of zinc on the fire, and then he just rinsed the fish with seawater and put it on the zinc. And they were smallish fish. I don't remember what type of fish it is now, but let me tell you, that was the best fish I had ever had. Just fish. No, I'm not. I'm not like
Straight out of the water, no seasoning, no nothing.
straight freshest of the fresh. You fry it. You not fry it, but you
You
grill
roast
it on
it.
the zinc pan. I don't even know how they got it to not stick on the zinc. Not the zinc pan, but the zinc sheet.
Maybe it's the kind of zinc what them use.
Huh?
Maybe it's the type of zinc.
In my own kitchen.
Harrison, don't eat this garlic.
Maybe something in my
If you okay, so you are making something in your own kitchen, you'll need to arrange with Auntie Allison for a time for her to talk with you about what you're making.
I'm making some chicken.
Oh, what kind
Chicken,
of chicken?
Western chicken.
Chicken and
Western
oyster sauce?
Oyster chicken. Oyster chicken.
oyster chicken.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, it's burning. He has to go and get it. All right. So now I'm gonna vent. Whoa. Okay. See, I don't know what I'm doing with this Instapot.
Is what?
I don't know what I'm doing with the Instapot. Sherry?
Yes. Call in the infantry.
Oh, okay. I think I got it. I got it. The steam can is you're releasing the steam.
Hmm. Ah.
So it can get a little bit dangerous. Because the steam, you ever get a steam burn yet?
Yes.
From cooking?
Yes, was not pleasant at all.
Nope. It's like your skin just melts off.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
mean, they always say it's not the fire that kills you, it's the heat and the steam.
yeah. I think heat, like oil and steam are the worst.
Mm.
One time somebody told me that you could put soy sauce on like a burn with oil. I don't know. I don't know if that would work.
Mm. I like natural remedies. I tend to lean more towards it. So if it's legit, then okay.
You put some soy sauce. Or you have like stir fried arm or something. Stir fried arm. All right, so my onions are done.
Hmm.
Check them out.
All right.
Right, so they're just getting nice and sweet, not too crisp. And I put the garlic in there.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just gonna spoon that out and put it on top of the pork.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I do that, we may be able to get into the Instapot to check out the peas.
Right.
You've got a what? A monster truck. Really loud. Okay. Uh-oh. Lost an onion. Onion down. Allison, what kind of neighbors do it?
The usual. Make nice.
It sounds like your mother. The usual. Oh, Harrison's having a concert.
In his kitchen.
In the living room.
I see.
All right, so I'm just gonna leave this guy over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's see if this has dropped yet, and it has.
Mm.
There we go. Ready? Whoa.
Oh, hold on. There's a tractor person. Hold on a second. Yeah, for those of you viewers in Cyberland, in virtual land, I live in a small community in the parish of St. Thomas, and it gets noisy more often than not. Vehicular traffic, people noise. So, but we're documenting, so it's fine. It's fine.
All right. So the peas are cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. Creamy.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit of bite on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor of the broth is pretty good. I mean, that's the beauty of the Instapot. May need some salt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get my taste tester. Andy? Huh? You want to be a taste tester?
Do what?
I don't know. Andy? Can you come and taste this? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. Too bad you're not here to taste it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the downside to the virtual, that you can't actually physically participate.
Have
But
you been inspired to try any dishes, like any different dishes?
what I'm curious about is
Sure, I want to float it that naked test testing could be a compelling feature of this web series.
say again.
I just showered, which is why I was late coming out. But I just want to float it that naked test tasting could be a compelling feature of this web series. I'm joking.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, go ahead. Help yourself. And come some more in the camera, which is over to here. Over.
So you get the bean flavor, which is nice. It's a kind of nice full bean flavor. Doesn't taste like all kinds of beans. Like it has its own distinct flavor. Not super salty.
All kinds of beans. Does it need some more salt?
It does not need more salt.
Okay.
So this is really kind of like the type of bean preparation I think that you could just spoon into a cup. I can imagine like spoon it into a cup and just eat it like almost like a soup. Like a soup.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you guys did the seafood, and then you did the falafel, and then you did the chana dal. So now you're doing pork chops. So a little heavier than your previous selections. So what made you, why did you decide to make this meal today?
Well, Andy got these ingredients, and since quarantining, as a household, we've really tried to use what we have on hand in the house. Before we would just go out all the time to the store. We would be buying things to make for dinner the day of, which is kind of nice because you get the freshest thing. But we've had these ingredients for a while, and they're pretty good, and it's easy to make. So after Friday's very rich mussels and oysters, we kind of had lighter meals, as you mentioned, for the rest of the weekend. And yesterday we had fish tacos, which were quite good. Andy made those, which was another light kind of fresh meal. And so today, I guess we feel like we can, we all feel like we can
do a little bit heavier.
Something a little bit heavier. I mean, this is going to be rice. It's going to be meat, beans, and the pork. We are going to have, for the salad, some leftover combination of, well, actually, it was a salad that Sherry prepared to serve alongside with the falafel.
Yeah, it's not done yet.
By the way, those falafels were excellent. I mean,
The best falafel ever.
The best falafels ever. They were crispy, crunchy on the outside, and like pillowy on the inside, but not too pillowy. Just really delicate. It was, those were literally the best falafels I've ever had.
So were the fish tacos made from scratch? Did he make them from scratch?
Yeah, he did.
So why him never want to have him own feature?
I think sometimes you just want to get dinner on the table, but he's gonna show you some other things right now.
Are you coming back Thursday?
Yeah. So your days is Thursday?
No, it's Sherry.
Oh.
So those are red snappers that are like 3 to 4 pounds each. They're really big.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Sherry's preparation is going to be on Thursday, but you should definitely tune in again
Yeah.
Thursday at what time, Sherry? What time on Thursday? Excuse me?
What did she say?
There's a bug in her wine.
Second time.
I'm going to put them on the grill, but because you're gonna put that there. Are you gonna do more than one?
They're 3. Let me see them.
Have you seen them?
I haven't.
Oh my gosh, they're giant.
They're down in the freezer again.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna.
The eyes are very clear.
It's been a long day. Had many angry outbursts about many things.
Okay.
Yeah. I just, yelling into the void. Really,
Oh.
it's not like.
Yeah, there's a lot going on over there in America.
Yeah, a lot of yelling into the void today. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna roast them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can go and get some okra from somewhere. Unless Lisa is going out. Lisa goes out on the road from time to time, so if she goes out on the road and she wants to get some more okra, I wouldn't be opposed. I wasn't planning on going out on the road. Okay, so I have to go and get some okra. And they bought some tough crackers. Got some tough crackers in the mail.
You're doing it with the foil and everything?
Yeah, we're gonna put it on the grill outside.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I probably should also get like an extra cylinder just in case, because I don't know.
Hold on.
Tomorrow?
I don't know where you're not going to get okra at the grocery store. You have to go to the other place.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to the other place, whatever that is.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So
what was the question again?
Yeah, what
time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to put them in the package or mix it up before, so that we're not. Nobody wants to sit and watch me talk about foolishness for 2 hours. Maybe 4:30.
4:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on a second. So, what you say you're going to be making? Steamed roast fish?
Roast fish.
Hold on, don't move. I'm going to do a thingy here.
I just don't know which way to.
Left is right and right is left, remember.
That don't make no sense right now in life. This is a really good Pinot Noir. Did Andy already tell you about that?
You can talk to me about it.
It's
so
very good.
I'm just doing something really quick.
A little acidic, but it's good. It's light. It's good. It'll be very good with the smokiness of the pork. And you may want to put the bugs are. Yeah, I feel like there's already somebody doing backstroking that right now. Gotta put a cork. What flag, sweetheart? Don't climb up. Why would you tell them don't do a thing? Them just still do it anyway.
Because that's what they do. So I just let the audience know that you'll be making roasted fish this Thursday. So tune in.
Yeah, because we can't really go nowhere. And he has done a really good job trying to bring all of the places that we go to here for us. And
which was a part of because I realized that you guys have been going ham over there with all the things like fixings and drinking. So I'm just like, okay, guys, so let's document that. Let's talk about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we were in Jamaica or anywhere else, I mean, that's the life that would be happening, right? It would be like every other day there's their food thing, but now we just do it at home because we can't go nowhere. Right.
So roasted fish. I mean, I know that he kind of wants to be done, but it would be nice to have Andy do a demonstration or prepare something at some point.
Something.
Whatever he feels like. I mean, I know sometimes he just wants to be in and out.
He's shy,
Is he?
He's shy.
So maybe you should accompany him. You do a duet.
What's that flag?
Mega Lido.
All right, Thursday.
One time when somebody else is responsible for the other thing, you just put up your foot. You know what I mean? You put up your foot. So, what is it that you eating for dinner today?
We're doing it's wait, hold on, just pause. I got a comment. I'm not sure who this person is, but I'm just gonna bring it up.
If you had been a civilian living in occupied territories during World War II, would you have joined the resistance? Hell yeah.
Hey, dog, what kind of question is that?
Even a 3-year-old is just like, vive la résistance.
We're in the resistance now, man.
We are. We are in the belly of Babylon doing the good work. I'm gonna go lie down. I'm tired.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. It's one of my subscribers. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry. See you
Thanks for
Thursday.
joining us.
Yes.
That's a weird question, but it's interesting.
It's all the nose for the times, man.
But yeah.
So
Yeah,
is this being this is live on your platform now?
yeah,
Allison?
that's why when Sherry was like, "Oh, you need to edit it," I'm like, "No, once it's out, it's out. It's done. It's done."
Right.
You know, so it's live. It's kind of like a play.
On
You know?
episode 4, huh?
Yeah, because we started on Friday. So yeah, I have some ideas around it. Maybe I try to get people here to let me get in on their kitchen. You know, who knows?
Oh, that would be great. Mrs. Budai would be a good one.
But somebody would have to go set up that prayer. I think.
Huh?
Somebody would have to go and set that up for her, I think. Maybe. I mean, it's easy. You just click the link and whatever. But you know, we'll see. Because I mean, this is an interesting way to do a cooking show. I think. You know. What are you saying? You look like you're about to say, you had a thought.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just listening to what you were saying.
It's an interesting
letting
way
you finish it.
to do a cooking show. Usually the participants are in the same space, but I'm just like, suppose you can't be in the same space, especially now during the time of COVID. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I can't taste the things, but I can learn about them.
Well, Questlove had a food party where he invited like his friends, like Eva Longoria, all these celebrity people to make a dish that was meaningful to them or that they wanted to make, and they all came together on Zoom and they had this kind of food party where each person talked about the food that they were making.
Yeah, so I don't know where it can go, but I mean, what I do know is that whereas before, where I would be a little bit shy with my ideas, I'd write them down as like, oh yeah, I can do that at some other point. As soon as I get them, as long as I can do them, because you never know.
I think it's cool when people ask questions. Like, I hope more people ask questions and log on. Like, somebody should you should log on and ask us a question. No, I mean, we already answered that question. No naked taste testing. Can we sign a waiver? That has to be in my rider. Never naked taste testing. You know, you have a freak out when Harrison runs around naked, you know, and sits on the couch. So I don't know why you want to have a naked taste testing.
I do not believe that people have that privilege when people get upset when I'm doing it.
No.
1 set of rules.
Harrison just screamed at his father, "You're an adult.
You're an adult."
So just to give you a little bit of an update, we have 3 more minutes on the rice and then we're going to take it out. and I think it will be ready to go. One of the things that I pride myself on these days is getting dinner on the table in 2 hours.
Okay.
Just gonna say 1 hour to 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Well, I mean, yeah,
And
20
these
minutes.
are not let's papa a can. These are fairly elaborate meals. So there's that.
Yeah, and it would be interesting. One of the key things is that on this platform, on this, you can stream to different. Like, I think I want to try maybe. We should probably try streaming to Facebook as well. It's just that
Oh
it's
yeah, that would be cool.
on my end. It's a whole lot of maneuvering because on my end it looks like a production studio, like a virtual switching board. So, um, oh, Kadeen has a question.
What's happening there with Harrison? Harrison is over in his play area. He's playing with sand, which is he has this. He's making a sand castle. Is what he's doing.
We should do a kiddie demonstration. Have you prepare something one day?
Yeah, he's not gonna stand still for that. Although he will do a concert. If you're interested in having a concert, he'll do a concert for a period of time.
A tiny desk concert.
He does have a tiny desk.
A tiny desk concert.
Yeah, you can totally do a tiny desk. You know what we should do one time, Allison, is flip the camera and you would be making something and we would be over here asking you questions about your process and what you're doing and what you're pairing and all of that. That would be interesting.
Sadie, not take long for cook. You understand?
You make more things that are different. You make different things.
What I am interested in though, like I'm curious in is a pineapple pepper jelly or pepper sauce. Mommy brought down some peppers from the farm, and I think they have some pineapples around there. So it would be interesting. Like I was kind of nudging her to do it. You know, she's not gonna do it. She's like, Allison, you do it. So, so I mean, whenever I muster up all of the research and stuff, I can probably do a demonstration on a pineapple pepper jelly, perhaps.
I've never heard of pineapple pepper jelly. That sounds really good.
You've never heard of
would
it?
probably be really good with these pork chops that I'm making, actually.
Pineapple pepper jelly.
Yeah. Yeah.
When is
Exactly.
your turn in the kitchen? When
Or maybe Kadeen. What about Kadeen?
we can add more people. We can add more people to the thing, you know? So when are you gonna do a demonstration? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Kadeen, what you gonna make for us? Was tuning on Saturday for soup again?
Saturday soup, no?
Our rice is ready.
Alrighty.
Here we go. It's could be hit or miss, like I said, because the measurements were a little bit off. But let's check it out.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna put you on the stand.
Okay.
Not burn myself. Oops. Okay, so here we have our container. Looks a little bit wet.
Like it needs more time.
No, it's ready. Perfect. It's not Shelly,
Mm-hmm.
but it's cooked.
Oh, we have a response here from Kadeen Re, your question about soup.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Not sure yet. It's kind of hard to get some ingredients in the country here.
Oh, what is you going to make?
What are you gonna make?
Hmm?
No, I'm asking her. Like we're asking her.
Oh,
She's hearing.
these peas are so beautiful. I think this is the best batch I've ever made.
The rice is creamy.
Yeah. It's creamy, but it still has like
I mean, I want to eat it all by itself.
a little bite. All right,
Oh,
Allison, I'm gonna plate everything up and then show you
Mm-hmm.
all of the plates.
So yeah, it should be interesting to have more people on here. So all the people watching, all my international folks from different corners of the world, invite me into your kitchen, no? You know?
Can you see how many people are watching?
I just got a message a while ago from Kadeen saying that we have 126 people watching.
Really?
Yeah, so you know, thank you for tuning in.
Wow, that's amazing.
So and the comments, I think the comments would be more if we added Facebook as well, because you know other people are on there. A lot of people that have subscribed to me are probably, I don't know where they're from, but
Yeah.
How about Canadian cookery?
Canadian? Any Canadians watching?
Yeah, maybe we should ask people to put where they're
Yeah, man.
tuning in from.
Yeah, tell us where you're tuning in from. If you want to do a demonstration, a live demonstration with us, no problem. Let us know. Oh, and Kadeen was thinking,
Oh yeah, spicy shrimp pasta.
yeah.
That sounds good. Totally, we should do that. Okay, so here is dinner.
Oh, so everything is done.
Yeah, everything is done.
Okay.
So we've got the peas.
Uh-huh.
Rice.
Mm-hmm.
And the pork chops. Ta-da! So, and then I'm going to serve this with some. Hold on. Frank's Red Hot, and which is a hot sauce. And you asked me about what am I going to drink with it.
All right.
I'm just going to drink some grape juice.
Grape juice.
Grape juice.
Let me see the wine bottle again, please.
You're having grape juice too, Harris.
Over some more, remember? Over some more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
So that's it.
That's it.
That is dinner, guys. Thank you
All
so
right.
much for tuning in.
Yeah, man. Let us know where you're from. We want to get into some more kitchens. Let us know so we can.
Yeah, and then people can let us know what they're making for dinner
Yeah.
too, or what they made for dinner.
So we can talk about food. Like music, food is a healing agent, you know? So let's get into it. All right, Lisa. So until next time, remember, guys, on Thursday, it's gonna be Sherry, and Sherry's gonna be making roast fish this Thursday. So tune in. And until next time, this has been another episode of the Flavor Profile with Lisa. Lisa today she made smoked pork chops with sea island red peas and rice. And remind me of the name of the wine again.
This wine is a Pinot Noir
A Pinot Noir.
by Claude de Feu.
Okay.
Claude de Feu.
Right.
Claude de Feu.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. So thank you. So until next time, this has been another episode of the Flavor Profile. So tune in on Thursday. Thanks for being here. Subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you're having. And if you wouldn't mind us being in your kitchen with you virtually, during this time of COVID, kitchens beyond borders. You know what I mean? so yeah. Until next time, I'm Allison. This has been Lisa. And love.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.